Doopy-doo.
I couldn't press it in time.
It's all right.
Oh, I mentioned this before. This is my intro. I think this is actually one that is all about me.
Oh,
You got your own. You got your own special intro.
Yeah, pretty much. Mad Barber Entertainment. We took over ages ago.
Completely understandable, sir. It's the accent. It's kind of sexy, and I don't say that's like no gay, no homo. Just saying, you know.
Yeah, that's how we did it in the first place.
Doopy-doo.
Perfect timing. Here we go. Oh yeah, we're taking over.
Oh, it's not done yet. It's at least another minute of singing now.
Oh, this is the real old one. This is the old one.
Yeah.
That I got cut out of a long time ago. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you. Good hanging with me, buddy. Glad I'm doing these shows now.
Why is Culture Casino even on this? Have you noticed that he's there? Look, why?
Oh, he's
in the
there all
hopes-
the time.
It's in the hopes that Culture will actually show up. Jane doesn't even do YouTube anymore. Come back, Jane.
And we are.
This isn't dead air, is it?
No,
Completely.
Not at all.
Hail the chat. Thank you guys so much for being at this dumpster fire. I am author Stephen Walton, the Fandom Menace historian. Late on books, but they're coming out. Thank you so much for being here. Please share out that link and smash that like button and show Scott that we're better than he is. Thank you. What's going on, everybody?
Nothing much.
What was that about
Right.
trees?
I do not have sex with trees. This is a gross misinterpretation of me understanding what a dundrophiliac was. That's it. That's all. You know what? I hate that I even knew what that word was. I do not. Those are not the holes I go for, Barber.
I don't know. There's no smoke without fire, is there? Let's be honest.
I don't. Hold on. I got an email about don't swipe for horny girls. Hold on. It's important. Hold on.
Excellent. We're going well. This is what I like to see.
So what
Priorities,
have you been
sir.
up to? So what have you guys been up to this week besides working?
Me, I'm a hairdresser. Have a guess.
Do you do nails? Or it's just hair. You know, just like
Just
do you
hair.
wax? Do you do Brazilians? Like you know.
No, I'm not that type of. I'm not that type of girl.
Isn't that like Isn't that like an anesthetician or something like that, or is it?
Anesthetist? No, that's someone that knocks you out. Which, funny
Oh.
enough, you know.
Okay, there is a word for it though. It starts with an E and it has a TH in it, but I can never pronounce it.
Estrogen.
Oh, there you go. That would be it.
Do you do anything that involves merkins?
No. I cut hair and take names.
Okay. I'm going to shut up now. That's an underlying threat.
Yeah, no,
Tina,
honestly.
I've been working a lot and going insane. That's all I've been doing. I've been staying away from toxic women. Bullshit. How are you, Tina? What have you been doing?
Oh gosh, I've been reading for both work and fun. One of the fun books I purchased recently was Fever Dream by George R.R. Martin. He wrote it back in either the 80s or the 90s. I don't remember exactly how old it is, but it is a vampire novel set in New Orleans. So those two things had me hooked right away. So
Is it like erotica? I mean, it is George R.R. Martin Fever Dream. Like, you know.
I'm only 2 chapters in, so no sex as of yet, but I will keep you guys updated. It's a pretty decent sized book for and it's a one and done. So thankfully, where I was afraid to start any of the other George R. R. Martin series that have books that have yet to be published, because I got published once by A Song of Ice and Fire, and I'm not going to let that happen again. So
I've been one and done by Cash Fix most of my romantic life. Thank you guys so much for being here. What's up, Keely Chow? Hail, brother. Good to see you. Thank you. Always out there supporting everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you to One Man Show channel member. We greatly appreciate you guys supporting this channel. What's going on, Jim? Was it Dong? Is that say Dung? Dungan? I'm sorry. I don't know why I saw Dong. I apologize. Thank you very much for being a channel member. What's up, Soul Assassin?
There's a lot going on here.
There's not a lot to unpack there, Barber.
Unpack.
You see, are there wooden pegs? No, never mind. Okay. What's up, DJ? What's up, Ronnie? How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciate you. Sultan of Trees. No, and I couldn't pronounce that last name. So thank you. What's up, Zax? The shoulders are in the chat. How you saying hi to Tina? You gonna leave the guys alone? What's going on? Hey, I'm a little offended right now, but thank you. Walton, you need to accept your weirdness sooner than you do. The sooner we can all get out there crazy. Listen, it's not that crazy. All right. What the hell, man? I have one awful relationships and I'm the crazy guy. Walton is used to being one and done type of guy. Yeah, apparently not. Have you seen Dragonstorm? All right. Listen, guys, tip, you can grow a channel on whining. All right. Just whine your ass off. I have been whining my ass to 7,000. Pretty soon, my super chats are going to come in cheese. Please, guys, subscribe to Dragonstorm if you have been through some serious shit and want to whine about it. Thank you.
When you're talking about wine, do you mean the stuff that you drink or what?
No. I'm talking about crying your ass off, Barbara. Okay, because sometimes in life you get your balls stepped on and you don't know what to do but make a channel. Okay, and that's what I did, and it worked.
Stop paying for a dominatrix.
I say no. She took my money and kicked my ass. That was the problem. Hey, I know you got me. That's a nice reach around, brother. Thank you for the back kisses. Appreciate you, Zax. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Daisy Ridley tonight. All right, and that is, oh my God, look, that's the only reason I watched the sequel trilogy. I just put it on mute and watched Daisy. I don't know what it is about her. I have no idea. I just imagine her talking down at me and throwing money at her. Like I don't know. Maybe it's a fetish. I don't know. It's what it is. Thank you guys so much for dealing with my mental illnesses. So, Barber,
I can't say what I think about her. I can't. I'm not allowed to.
Why not? Why not? Isn't she like royalty over positive
there? No. Actual royalty is kind of dumb. But no, she's I don't have very positive views about her, to be fair. She's not. What's that lady in the Marvels called again? That I quite like. Tried to get her on my channel by shouting at her.
Brie Larson.
Yeah, she's great.
I agree. She's hot. Like if it was like a silent date, like go to a club. You remember that scene in Batman? What was it? The second one with the Joker. When the gangster's sitting in the club and he's like, "Why do I want to hear you talk?" Like if there was that kind of date with Brie, I would dig that. I would just closed toe shoes. That's all I ask. Just that's it. No heels, no open toe heels, nothing like that.
I have a reverse foot fetish. I just cannot stand to look at feet at all. The summers are the worst for me. The way people walk around in sandals with no shame, it's horrible. I'm like
not
a
something that happens in England
kind of girl, so yeah, I cannot just.
You know what I can't? Fluorescent, brightly colored toenail polish. That I can't stand. When I was working as a courier in Philly, I wanted to step on women's feet when they had that, like the bright ones. I couldn't. I can't do it. I don't know what it is. I don't really have a foot fetish. Especially after being stepped on. So I don't like that either. I understand what you're saying. Barbara, do you have a foot fetish? Do you have a thing about feet, or you just don't care?
I just hair.
You like hairy feet? So you're into like Hobbit women. Like that's your thing?
No, just hair on the head. Like when a woman's got a beard, something's very different going on there. I guess that's a dwarf thing,
Understood.
Hobbits, I guess it must be. No, I have no fetishes on or anything. I'm actually really boring. I just like crack cocaine and drinking.
It is kind of boring.
Anything wrong? Yeah.
That sounds like half my relationships. Yeah, I feel you. This is that's Saturday. You know,
I bet they probably started off straight normal and ended up on crack cocaine and drinking what's that thing called Tiger Blood? I imagine it was Tiger Blood.
I'm just so glad that I was connected in the 20th century and didn't have to try dating in the 21st century, because it scares me. I worry for my boys. You know, they're in their early 20s.
It's pointless. It's pointless.
yeah.
Dating nowadays is absolutely pointless. Anybody out there that is single and is thinking about dating, don't bother. Just lift weights, do whatever it is that whether if you're into religion, go and do that. If you're into eating, go and do that. Lift weights, play games, and watch YouTube. Don't bother dating. It's an absolute waste of time.
And masturbate a lot. All right. Get Instagram and understand that Snapchat is just for hoes. All right. I don't know what it is about that, but I have had friend suggestions like cream pie me for $20 like for the last 2 weeks. I don't even go on Snapchat. Just don't do it. Don't trust it. Eat burgers like Barbara said. Eat burgers, work out, and masturbate to movies. Yeah, just do that, and you'll be okay. And ignore any emails that tell you to swipe for horny women, because this email was bullshit. Thank you.
I'm just thinking,
by the way, Soul Assassin, that is correct. That is absolutely, he's correct. I do know everything that's going on. It's amazing. But when it comes to, like this kind of thing, when we're talking about pop culture, I don't know what's happening. It's great. So I'm the ultimate guest.
I totally understand, because I'm the Fandom Menace historian. I don't know what the hell is going on at all. But I know how to whine. That I have perfected. So I'm doing pretty well there. You mentioned earlier that there's a Godzilla movie coming out. You did know something. You said there was a new Godzilla film.
Slander. That's slander. Yeah, no, there is. There is a fantastic looking Japanese Godzilla movie coming out called -1. And it looks like a return to the very, very first Godzilla movie, which I think was 1954. And basically, it is all about their fear, right? So there's something very guttural about Godzilla in Japan, as it's the embodiment of the nuclear bomb. There was 2 of them, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And that is the basis of Godzilla, and it's gone back to that. When I'm not going to say to put the trailer on, maybe we should wait till you're on Rumble and everything like that. But when you actually look at the trailer, it kind of looks like a dude in a suit again, but done really well. Whereas like I can't remember the name of is it Legendary? Or the American one. It's just so obviously CGI, and I find it really boring. But this looks kind of cool. I must admit this does look good. To sort of bring back that monster roaming around Tokyo. There's a little bit it's a stupid spoiler. It doesn't make any sense, but when he burps, burps, he throws it. No, he doesn't throw up either. He spits fire. That's it, right? Normally it's all like glows up his spine and all the rest of it. In this, the spines come out and then they go forwards, like they're locking something in, and it just looks really cool. So the movie looks brilliant. I hope it is good.
Very cool.
Hey Tina, could we bring up the trailer? Well, is there any pictures that we could get of what he's talking about?
Let's see. Well,
there
here
is,
this was the picture in the article. So there's the blue glowy.
Yeah.
So
you see all those glows?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's sort of working its way all the way up to the sort of spine layer.
I didn't even notice that these were. I'm trying to point at my monitor like a total.
That's it. Yeah, those little
boomer,
the dots go in. They come out and they go forwards when they get glow blue, and then they just absolutely spews up a load of radioactive fire. Just a nice little change.
That does look pretty badass.
And just this scene looks pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't remember the name of the era of it, but around 1984, there was a return to the sort of menacing and mean Godzilla. I'm pretty sure it was like Godzilla Returns or something back in '84. and the face of the monster actually kind of looked like a cat, like those big cats you've got, like pumas, jaguars, that sort of thing. That face is a return to that as well, which is kind of cool. Another little cool thing. There's a lot of stuff about this I think it's going to be absolutely amazing, if I'm honest. Plus, it's not fighting a monkey. I hate monkeys.
Barbara, what was the last good Godzilla film? And do you think that this picture up here from Godzilla versus King Kong, like, what did you think of that?
I haven't bothered. I don't like monkeys. I'm not even joking. I don't like apes and monkeys and stuff. They actually make me feel a bit sick. So
well, you are British, so that makes sense.
A bit like, yeah, we don't have that sort of thing. We don't even have bears anymore because we hunted them to extinction. The last good one, I think, probably would. You've got to rewind the clock quite a bit because there was a trilogy that came out in Japan before this MonsterVerse stuff, and that wasn't that great. So I guess it would be 1991 Godzilla versus King Ghidorah was probably actually the last good one, and that's a really weird statement because we're like millions of years past that now.
True. Yeah, I haven't seen anything that was really good since I was a kid. Yeah, like I remember watching Godzilla a lot. Like the cartoon, I think was it? I forget what the name of it was in the 90s. Was like the last time I think I even cared about Godzilla, which is a shame because it's done right. It's a very entertaining story. Very cool monster.
You just reminded me. So there was a series of fan fiction books that went wild in Japan, and it's like where humans have to leave Earth because like Godzilla's just gone like, nah, you got to go. This is mine now. And they come back like I think it's about 1 million years in the future, or some stupid figure. And they try to recolonize, and like he's there, and he's way bigger, and there's all these other things. And it was on Netflix, I think, and it was basically a cartoon that was decent, but I'm not going to say it was great. The last good one has got to have been Godzilla versus King Ghidorah in 1991. And anybody that doesn't agree with me, that's fine. You know, everyone's allowed an opinion. You can be wrong as you like, but you know, I think that was the last good one.
You're being too nice. Be a dick. You're a YouTuber. It's all right. You're special. Just take F their opinion. Your opinion matters. And thank you for letting us know that your country hunted down all of the large, hairy gay men out of your country. Good man. Good thing to know. Thank you.
And wolves. We also got rid of wolves. Bears.
Got rid of the bulls too. So there's no black guys that bang married wives. Okay. All right. Good to know. Thank you.
Whoa, that's a term I never learned. So wow. Alrighty.
I don't consent
You're learning,
to any of those things. I don't consent to any of those things, and you fuck trees, so shut up.
Well, according to this beautiful article, the U.S. release date for Godzilla -1 is December 1st, and they want you to know that it is, even though it is co-produced by Warner Brothers, it is completely separate from the MonsterVerse continuity. So,
you know, so there's a chance to be good.
I reckon it's going to be awesome. You know, what's his name? Tom Connors from Midnight's Edge.
Yeah, portly guy. Looks like a turtle with white skin. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to go and watch it. So anyone that wants to check an opinion out after, don't go to Midnight's Edge. Just wait for me to be on here at some point, and I'll tell him. I'll tell you what I think of his opinion of it, because I'm probably
there you go.
Watching this in wait.
Poor Tom. That's the anime Godzilla. That's what Soul Assassin's saying.
Yeah, he said the '98 Godzilla was a decent cartoon. So.
Is that the one with Matthew Broderick? Because that was awful. Are you talking about that one? Do you guys remember that one? Like it was on for a minute and then everybody forgot about it. It was like Godzilla was in New York laying eggs or some shit. I don't know. It looked like a big T-Rex.
Was it? Oh, so it wasn't a cartoon. That one was live action.
No, that was Gino. Yeah, it was live action.
That wasn't actually Godzilla. That was Gino.
Oh.
Yeah, hang on. Like, bear with me, because my earpiece thing isn't working properly.
Was Gino like his half Riri cousin or something?
Well, the Japanese did not like that version of Godzilla. So there was actually it's like a destroy all monsters type thing, and it turns up and it gets its ass kicked within about 10 seconds. So yeah, they called it Gino rather than Godzilla, and I kind of see why. It looks more like a Gino than a Godzilla.
I wonder if this character is so popular that, like, you know, the dirty underwear vendors. I wonder if they have like dirty underwear with like Godzilla on them. You know, if they sell those too. Like, you know, they have mascots. I'm curious. Like, I'm not looking to get it. I'm just curious. That's all.
I guarantee it. They've got wooden Godzillas, man. So you know, there's all sorts in there.
I feel like there was like a jibe in there somewhere, but I can't really put my finger on it. Like, I don't understand.
No, as if I would give any type of jibe or barb. That's ridiculous.
Okay, all right. Thank you. No, actually, I think that looks really awesome. That frame right there. Yeah, I'm interested in this. And this is opening up when? This is soon, or is it
December
already out?
1.
Yep. So December 1st in is US, is the UK the same release date?
I don't know. I don't even know if we have cinemas anymore. You think I'm joking? I don't. I ain't got a clue. Someone said to me they were going to watch a movie the other day, and I was like, all right. As I walked off, I was like, do they mean in a picture house, as we used to know them back in the 20s? Or do they mean on their television box or on their phone? I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I said, what? So, what's up, Sherry? Thank you for being a channel member. Soul Assassin, what the hell is wrong with you, Walton? Godzilla, dirty underwear, bro, need Jesus? Damn.
Oh, yeah, you're a brony as well. I forgot about that.
No, I am not a brony. Okay, I'm a pagan man. Right? I'm a pagan man. That's all. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, wait. I don't like that. I don't like the way you're saying that. Yeah. So I'm looking forward. I don't know. I didn't even know this existed until Barbara said anything, so I'm not going to even try and bullshit. But I'm looking forward to seeing if it does better than the Marvels. We're going to talk about that later. Barbara, are you looking forward? You said you like Brie Larson. You have a thing for Brie Larson, like I do for Daisy Ridley. So are you looking forward to the Marvels? Like, are you going to watch that?
No, I'm not going to go and watch it in the cinema. But I tell you what, I'm looking forward to the Fallout because I probably shouldn't be talking about this, right? But I watched Paramount South Park's what was it called?
The Panderverse, bro. Yeah.
Right. So I watched that and I was like, this is sick. Yeah, everything about this is right. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing what happens with Disney. I imagine they're going to go under at some point, and I'm just going to stand and laugh. Like, I made quite an angry point about like Star Wars or something about a month ago. It's like it's just all shit, right? And it's just all shit. But there's something that I never actually followed up with. And it's like there's people out there that are going to be watching this. So they're either going to watch this on replay or they might be watching it now.
You know,
I have an idea.
I understand that. You know, because when you step in shit, right, and that you wipe it off on the grass, you know, you do what you get, and then you leave it behind. You don't go back for a sniff. I was a part of this group called the Fandom Menace, and we actually walked, not only like rubbed it around our living room carpet, went back, stepped in it again, and then kept doing it over. Some channels it blew up doing that. I couldn't. Eventually, the smell got to me, and a woman stepped on my balls and took my money. And then I stopped doing that stuff. So I think, you know, watching you know, don't call me out. Don't call me out right now. I got to go make a Dragon Sword video. Listen, so I'm going to go back and kind of dip my toe a little bit in the shit. You know, I'm thinking, because the Pandaverse made me whiff it again. And I understand that Cartman Kathleen Kennedy was so good, dude. Like, I think, you know, they tried to like, they tried to, you know, have the real Kathleen sit with Cartman and everything, and supposedly the real one. And but no, that's not the real one. I think that was just them trying to avoid the death blow of the mouse, because Disney does not like dissent. They do not like being told about themselves. You know, there's several years ago they blackballed a publication in California. Forgive me, I can't remember which one, because they gave a bad review to one of their movies, and And then all of these different publications came together and said, no, if you're going to blackball one of us for reviewing your movies and giving an opinion, then we're not going to review your movies at all. And so they unblackballed. It was Bob Iger, it was under Iger. So they allowed them to come back and review the films again, but the editor who was in charge of the story was mysteriously fired a few months later. They will lie
Wasn't
in
that the
wait.
LA Times?
No, it was, you know what, it wasn't the movies. It was about Anaheim, Disneyland, and how Disneyland does not give back to the community. Like they did an investigative report about it, how they like take advantage of all the tax breaks and they don't give back to the actual community of Anaheim. And Bob Iger got pissed. You know, so I'm waiting to see what will happen to the South Park guys. You know, what will be the fallout, or you know, and how long will it take for Disney to exact some type of revenge?
They won't be able to. They can't afford to. Right? I mean, I don't think they can literally afford to. Right. I had this again. This is just like a rumor from someone's YouTube that I was watching because that's basically how I spend my occasional bits of spare time.
Was it Mike Zero? I have to ask that question first.
I'm
okay,
pretty
good.
sure it was Dave Cullen.
Okay, all right, I trust Dave. Okay.
Yeah, and they were saying that you know, they want to bring Robert Downey Jr. back and Chris Evans and blah 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 blah, and then they were like, oh, we can't actually afford Robert Downey Jr. because he's $30 million. Like, and what? You know, as if that's a massive sum, and it's like, oh, actually, Disney probably can't afford it. So, what, they're going to go up against Paramount? You know, a streaming service. That's what they are. Let's be honest now, but they are probably on top of the world. Like they're quite cheap, which usually means that there's a lot of people on it, and they're pumping out very good South Park. So I just don't see it. I don't think they've got the money to do it. I think they're screwed, and I think they're just going to cry in a corner, and be like, yeah, leave our things alone. Like, yeah, exactly like that.
Great. Hey, that's more content for my Dragonstorm channel. What is going on here?
Now this is just proof that the Marvels movie isn't apparently the worst of the recent MCU movies, and that its Rotten Tomatoes score is 55. Now we have to take 55 with a grain of salt, and I'll flip the screen in a second. But it, according to some of the early reviews from your big Marvel shows, like, of course, my brain just went.
Tina, the only one of us that can remember anything. You can't forget. What are you doing? Pressure's on. Come on, do it. Get it.
What are these other Marvel films then? What are the other two?
The first one is the Eternals. That's the one that I couldn't remember from a while ago. So that came out, what, like 2 years ago? Then there's Quantumania. That was that earlier this year? I think so.
I don't know. What's Quantumania? What's it about?
Quantumania was in the Ant-Man and the Wasp series. It was the third of that group of movies, and it was one to continue the whole Kang thing that started with.
That didn't backfire at all, did it?
Nah.
No, not at all. And so rumor has it that the Marvels are going to kind of continue, like carry the football from Quantumverse toward the Kang Dynasty movie that is all moving forward to bringing us X-Men into the MCU and getting us ready for Secret Wars in like 2027, whenever that Avengers movie.
Deadpool would be a better vehicle for that, firstly.
Well, that Deadpool is in that line of movies. It's basically was like Loki season 1, Quantumania, Loki season 2, the Marvels, Deadpool, and then Kang Dynasty followed a year later by Secret Wars.
Ryan Reynolds legitimately owns a soccer club, so you know that's quite a good football metaphor in itself.
There you go.
And if he kicks balls, I'm down to throw money at him.
No, he just stands around and watch it. Maybe that's something you should learn to do rather than watching other people.
Don't look at my browser history, Barber. Don't look at that. Just don't.
Yeah, as you can see, the Marvel it ticked up to 58%, so that looks, you know, a little deceiving there for a bit. However, as soon as you reduce the two just top critic scores, it drops down to something like 44%. So
oh my.
Yeah, so you do still have, a couple of folks that are marking it fresh, so it doesn't look too bad. But as you can see, it's for most of them, it's pretty mid, 1 out of 5, 0 out of 4, 2 out of 5.
So
So,
what you're saying is that this is so bad, even the shills can't say it's fresh.
yep, apparently not. Here's another 0 out of 4. So,
I'm
I'm
actually
interested.
imagined it at this point.
Guys, we've been, I think, we've all been kind of around or paying attention since Captain Marvel came out. That was sandwiched between two of the greatest movies in the MCU and or most popular movies in the MCU, and that's why it got the push that it did. Do you think that they're going to have an excuse as to why nobody likes this one? Because if Brie Larson Captain Marvel was so popular then, $1 million movie, $1 billion movie, whatever it was, then like how is this going to be treated when it comes out to be awful?
well,
Um,
I'm sure two of the arguments are going to be people still hate Brie Larson and we're just horrible, horrible, horrible fans. And I think the other is that we all hate women because this movie has Monica Rambeau, Carol Danvers, little Ms. Marvel, I forget what her character name is, as well as now what's her face from the
they're
Thor
not
movies.
they're not memorable, are they? It's not names like Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson,
Right.
Chris Evans.
Exactly.
Legit, I don't know who these people are. Half of it's my fault because I've not been watching. But I'm
Yeah,
sure that's
honestly,
going
I
to be
think.
like toxic fandom or whatever.
Oh, I'm absolutely sure. And honestly, I think the only male character I've seen, I mean, major, you would say Marvel's character would be Nick Fury. That's the only thing I've seen in all of the trailers. I'm not sure
Samuel
there's another guy in the
Jackson.
movie. Yeah, Samuel Jackson.
Oh,
But
he's in
Okay, it's
that.
Sam.
everybody else, a bunch of chicks.
Okay, it's Sam Jackson. So my next question before you said that was, is he going to be wearing a leather mask and kept in a trunk in this film? But okay, I don't think they're going to do it to Sam because he's got an oppression point. So good for him. Uh, I'm. I have no care about this film. Well, piggybacking off, like I don't know who these people are. Like Barbara said, it's also the characters. Like nobody cares who the chick with the big fists are, or whoever the hell she is. Nobody cares about
Well,
that.
Miss Marvel, you know what I do before you go on though, I do have to interrupt for a second. The actress is an absolute delight. She is such a Marvel fan. She loves playing Ms. Marvel, and she's really cute when she's interviewed. I'm not
So
saying
she's
she's the right
trying.
actress. So she is trying. Like she is a
Okay.
real fan who got a job in the Marvel continuity. So that's really cute.
Yeah.
Can't say
So
that to anybody else.
if she's being nice, then she hasn't drank the gold juice yet. Okay, good to know. All right. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's Rumble talk. My bad.
I just feel like it should have finished a while back. They should have done Iron Man 4 after Endgame, and then just wrapped it up and left it for like 10 years, and then like recast everything. That's what they should have done. But
And I agree with that. Yeah, I agree, but they got to keep plugging at the well because they burned Star Wars to the ground, which was supposed to be the other epic series that they were putting out. And another reason is if they wanted to do like a Captain Marvel or Marvel, they should have went with the story itself, the progression of that story, instead of throwing, the Carol Danvers character forward. I think especially they were doubling down on their rhetoric with her. Like, okay, we're going to put a pretty face up here that's backing up the progressive narrative. All straight white people suck, or white men suck. And just continue on with that. They shot themselves in the foot so many times. Social media. Listen, actors out there, stop posting. All right, because you just dance for us and play characters. Stop talking because your brains they don't function properly like everybody else. I don't know if it's the juice. I don't know if it's you doing. I don't know if it's like the Weinstein era effect. I have no idea, but it doesn't work. The characters like Captain America. You look at like Captain America: Winter Soldier, the first Captain America. Those are great films. Those are films that you don't even need to watch the rest of the MCU. You could just watch them themselves. The first Iron Man, you could watch that. It's standalone film. Great. They don't make those movies anymore. I don't mind the character Ant-Man. Not a strong enough cast or story for me to care about the series of films. Not saying they're good or bad. That's just not strong enough for me to care about.
Yeah, I
And
like
the
the actor, but
Eternals,
not the thing.
yeah, I like the actor. I like
Mm.
his portrayal of the character. You know, it's just mediocre. It's like, meh. You
Yeah,
know, if it's on,
yeah.
I'll watch it. I'm not
Porridge,
looking for it.
oatmeal.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's not oats. All right, it's not oats. It's not barley. So I'm looking at
Yeah.
the Eternals was such a freaking that was a meme. It was a joke, and it's a shame because you had a collection of actors that I like, but the film itself not entertaining. And this is coming from a pagan man. That's a bunch of pagan characters. All right, pagan man didn't like that. Okay.
That
Wow.
was one of the first Marvel movies I can say that I did not like. Because you know me, I can usually find something out of any of the MCU films to say,
Yeah.
oh, I love this character, or I really like the way this actor portrays the character, even if the story doesn't fit or whatever. I mean, I absolutely love the two guys from Game of Thrones, Kit Harington and the one that played Robb Stark. He's the big guy in the middle, above Salma Hayek. I mean, Salma Hayek is usually great. Uh, I love Camille Nanjiani. I think he's funnier than anything, but it was just really boring.
I can top that.
Really boring. Oh,
That's yeah. This is one of the earlier movies that I stopped watching. I didn't watch. I actually haven't seen one since I guess it was the Sony Spider-Man movie, the second one, where like he's trying to be the new Iron Man because like Tony Stark's dead.
Oh,
That's
the
the
Iron
last one I
Spider
watched.
thing.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
the one that he was on
After that, I was like,
vacation in France.
yeah, but no, it's not in France. It was
Oh, it was in the
Italy and
UK, wasn't it?
England. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
sorry
very
about that.
different, very
Aren't
different.
they the same? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. This isn't South Park. This is reality. Yeah, we hate them and they hate us. No, it was honestly, it was one of the first ones that I didn't watch. I think it was one of the early ones because I just remember going, nah, these are finished now. I find something else to watch, and I did. I did find other things to watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So I don't really
pagan.
know.
Pagan, Scott. Pagan. 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 Not pagan. Pagan. Pagan characters. Pagan. All right. Jesus. God, what is
You're
wrong
trying
with
to
y'all?
say pagan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pagan.
Pagan.
Yeah.
I'm going to curse you if you keep saying it wrong.
Apparently.
Yeah, he's.
I don't
He's a bit
understand what
stretched.
your problem is. No, I am not a stretched ass. What? No. Yeah, no.
That's what I heard.
Oh my lord.
Stretched like an oak.
You're an asshole. What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just having fun. That's all I'm ever brought on for is to bully people and have a laugh.
All right.
No,
Scott.
Scott.
Trolling you.
Stop that right now. I'm running your show. All right, you're supposed to support me. I'm your pagan
Tina's
friend.
running the
all
show.
right? God, well, yeah, you're right.
I'm just clicking the buttons, so
I'm just a talent. So
no, Mad's not here. Where is Mad?
yeah, that's very true. It would be good if he was there.
One man show is trying to help you out there.
I was gonna say pay, but can't manage. I'm saying I'm managing pagan. I've been managed pagan since I was 13. What the one man show? Thank you.
It sounds illegal.
No, sounds very Hollywood. We're covering entertainment topics.
Fucking hell, that's true.
Oh. Hello, Mr.
Are there any DC articles? Are there?
Oh, are there other DC articles? Yes, there's a wonderful article that we can talk to about the white man doing evil things like donating money and building wills in Africa.
Freaking whitey.
Then I can't talk about that because I agree with the article. I have to by law.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, that's awful. How do you? Okay, you walk around it. Act like you're talking about me. What is this article about, Tina?
Oh, well, it is all about the American YouTuber MrBeast was proud about the fact that he raised enough money to build 100 wells across Africa. And of course, since he is a white man, he got a whole bunch of backlash. And some Kenyan activists and journalists said he has spotlighted the failures of the Kenyan government, and that he will likely be canceled as a result of this. He talked. MrBeast said that the new wells will provide clean drinking water for up to 500,000 people in a bunch of different countries in Africa, which everybody thinks is really great. Isn't it wonderful? His fundraiser brought in $300,000. And the cool thing is he had a video that besides building the wells, he also brought a bunch of supplies like computers, furniture, even soccer balls for the kids, all kinds of great fun stuff. So the best part was the
Can I
notice.
just have a question?
Oh, of
Right.
course.
Absolutely.
Why is he talking about this? Why is he talking about this? Right. If you do something that's good, right, surely you keep it quiet, because otherwise it's just you being like, look what I've done. Check this out. I'm amazing. So
Especially if
I
you're bringing balls and poles to bring water to a black country. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
I did think that he did the $300,000 fundraiser on, from his channel. So I think he was just trying to report back to.
No bollocks.
I mean, I'm not.
Don't care.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do you think he's
I don't
tooting
mean
his
that.
own horn?
Yeah, I do. Because as I let Tina read it to me, I was like, something doesn't add up here, right? Charity is a really good thing. Charity is an amazing thing, and everybody should give what they can. For any causes, it doesn't matter whether it's in your local area or if it's abroad. Blah 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 blah. These are facts that everybody sort of lives by. You don't go, oh, check this out, right, and then start sucking your own trumpet in public. It's just stupid. It's kind of, I hate to say it because it looks like he's done like some good things, some nice things and everything, but it kind of serves him right for going like, oh, check me out, look at this. It's like, no, it's probably why he's got so much backlash.
Can I play devil's advocate by saying that if I did a great big fundraiser saying that I'm going to donate money to charity and help me raise money, and I got a ton of people to send me $300,000, I think that folks would be upset if I didn't prove to them, and by the way, here's what we did with the money.
And
so
I understand that point too.
Say, hey, this guy, he pocketed 300 grand and, we never heard anything else about it.
It's very funny, but when it comes to like YouTubers or celebrities or anything like that, we expect them to pocket it. We're not expecting them to do anything with it. So we expect them to go, oh, just I've done the charity thing. Have you? Oh, great, cool. Let's just move on now.
He said charity's great, but if you're a YouTuber, I don't trust it. I know you're pocketing, you son of a bitch.
So, by the way, I've got a crowdfunder going.
Well, Mr. Tickletrunk brings up a good point that he uses publicity from one charity in order to fund the next charity, and that if he stopped his channel, if he didn't create these types of videos, then people wouldn't continue to donate money, and that money wouldn't be provided to charity. So I mean,
okay.
So I mean, I can definitely see that that's one side of the story. The other side of the story is interesting. I'll tell you about it through the rest of the article. But Scott brings up a good point that people even question Jay Drunk 3PO with the charity that he did for schools a few years back.
Yeah.
I mean, he physically goes to Central America and with the money, and works on helping build schools and build housing for kids. And there was one trip he went on that was just putting together a garden so that the kids in the school could not only learn about the subject, but that they could also help feed their families and sell the food to the community
that
to make
sounds
money
really
to invest in
bad.
school.
So he built a garden for the kids to grow plants so that they could feed their families.
No, it
Anybody
wasn't
else seeing a
just
conflict?
no, it wasn't just that. It was actually building the farm along the orphanage because in the country that you're talking about, um, the abortion is illegal. So you have a lot of prostitution, and these women get pregnant, and then they just like get rid of the babies. They don't even care about them. They throw them in a dumpster. Like it's like it's that kind of horrid. So this orphanage actually brought those children together, or as looking after them, teaching them a skill like farming, and then using the farm to make money so that they can use that to go to college when they reach college age to get properly schooled so that you can have teachers, lawyers, judges, basically just rebuilding the society in that country. And that's what Jay was doing. He was a part of that, or it was a movio.org based out of Media, Pennsylvania. But he's also done work in Africa, which is kind of where he started doing work there. And then post earthquake Haiti, did a lot of work with the damage that happened there. I mean, to think what you want about Jay, Jay Junk 3PO. I've known the guy for years. He's done these things. He genuinely cares about them. And there are people out there that when you become a social media personality, or you present that you've done these things, and I get the skepticism, but it seems that people who truly do help others get the most shit. Jay got a lot of
Yeah, it
shit for
always
that because
happens.
he was a rising star. Yeah, and it happens. I mean, it's going to happen. You're going to get trolls from anywhere, anybody that doesn't like you, anybody anywhere in life. But yeah, actually, I know what Scotty's saying. Jay did do these things. He did get shit at the time for it, but he's a strong personality who knows how not to give a fuck. Hail drunk. Keep it pushing.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
funny that Mr. Tickletrunk brings up the point about folks being upset that a problem was fixed that they couldn't fix except through charity. And they did bring that up in the article, the fact that it's embarrassing that a YouTuber jetted to Kenya on a charity tour to perform tasks that the taxes should have completed years ago, which completely makes sense.
Oh yeah, well,
But
corrupt governments. We all deal with them.
taxes
Barbara can't talk about that right now, but
well, no, I can't at all. But taxes theft. I remember the days when tax was illegal, and it was only a temporary measure for the Napoleonic War, and then after the Napoleonic War, they went, "We're just leaving it anyway." Yep.
and it became a thing, Barbara, over here in the States. I believe there is still an active tax from World War I or around that time to set up phone lines. We're still getting taxed for things that happened 100 years ago. And where does that money go?
One. Here's a really fun one, right? Imagine founding a country, right? Because you didn't like tax, you didn't like paying like a high tax, so you founded a whole country, and then years later, you have more tax men than the country that you left, and you have a higher tax burden than the country you left as well. Imagine that.
Yeah,
that'd be mad.
Yeah, I understand. I understand where you're going with that. Yeah, but you know what? When in the late 1800s, this became the corporation of the United States. They didn't give a damn about that opinion. Only the bankers, only the National Reserve, only the foreign interests who control that once fledgling of rebellion against foreign taxes. Yeah, I know where you're going with that, and I unfortunately agree. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. But you know what it's going to take, don't you? It's going to take someone that maybe is fed up with the way things work in their own country, going over there and being like, let's kick things over a little bit. I'm not saying it's going to happen, just saying that's probably what it's going to take.
Look at the men that died on the Titanic that didn't want the federal tax, and the men that decided not to go on the boat that wanted it. Well, the rich families that didn't go on the boat ended up on an island in Virginia and created the Federal Reserve. Well, that's a whole other conversation, isn't it, Scotty? We should get together and talk about that sometime.
People just want to take a quick break to shout out to Riff Magos out on Rumble. He's chatting up a storm out there, so we wanted to say hi to him and the 8 other people watching on Rumble right now.
Oh, and we're not on Rumble right now, are we?
Yes, we are.
No, but we're
We're on both. We're on Rumble and YouTube at the same time.
Right.
we're gonna kick it over to just Bumbles here very shortly, Barbara. Are you anti Bumble? Rumble, Bumble, Rumbles, whatever it is.
Oh no, I'm not anti anything. Well, there is some things that I don't like, but I can't say them because YouTube would kick us off straight away, even though I'm saying that I don't like them.
Don't be too
man.
honest. You're on YouTube. You're technically a YouTuber now, all right? But you're a
Yeah,
beast.
it's true.
You're a MrBeast. Don't let nobody tell you different.
Oh,
Go
oh,
drill some holes.
I'm not sure I can.
No.
I'm ready for this.
Now, before we say
Oh,
goodbye
dude,
to this
I can't get my
topic,
words
though,
out.
I did want to give credit to one side of the argument that states, and I thought this was really interesting, is that someone told CNN a story about a group called Face Africa that works in areas where all of these wells were built because people raised money and they built wells, but no support structure was established after the installation, so that the wells ended up breaking down and no one was there to fix them. No one had been taught in the area how to take care of the wells. And then the poor villagers were just back to pulling water out of the polluted streams all over again because there's a
Shock.
well, but nothing was there to fix it. So
Unfortunately, this is
no.
just teaching people in a bad way how the Western world works. In England, we have this thing called road tax, right? So I pay to drive my vehicle on roads, and that tax allegedly fixes potholes and things like that. I drive on some of the worst roads anywhere in the world. Like there's potholes all over the place, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. All right, so what am I paying this tax for? Same thing. Unfortunately, it's dreadful. It's dreadful that that's happened, but that's just how the Western world works. We don't go, right, we've just done this, so we'll build something next to it that'll make sure it'll work forever. Oh yeah, good idea, sick, yeah. No, it's not what people do. We'll go, right, that's done. Yeah, when that breaks down, we'll send a plumber. Because no one thinks. It's really bad. In all honesty, that is terrible.
It's
And we're always borrowing from the future too. I mean, because I
Yeah.
mean, in the States, it's no different. If whether it's at the state level, the city, the federal level, if there's money left over from a project, there hardly ever is, and that is supposed to be geared toward maintenance or sustaining whatever the program is, well, everybody just looks at that money as, well, this you've got potential just sitting there being wasted, and it gets spent on other
Yep.
things. And
That
then
is
you
Yeah.
wonder, oh my gosh,
universally
why don't we
Western.
have money? Yeah.
We're terrible.
Well, it's-
We're absolutely terrible.
And it's just like I mean, I imagine it'd be the same thing as corporations who get so much funding for a department and if they don't spend it all, then the next time they request funds, they're not going to get as much, like if there's any left over. And another point, about the United States is we're constantly making laws instead of fixing or endorsing the existing laws that may work. Whenever you get a new politician in office, they need to act like they've done something. So they'll create new laws, and it just becomes a bunch of laws on top of laws on top of laws that doesn't make any sense, doesn't help anything or anyone. Same thing like you were talking about, instead of fixing the existing structure, you build something next to it. It's the same way that's why that's why there's so much gummed up in the works of the legal system over here in America. It's I completely concur with you. Thomas Jefferson, one of our founding rebels, said that we should have a revolution every 20 years. Every so often there should be a revolution, and I think that's if done peacefully. Not that it ever would be. That's the way it should be, because times change, society changes.
Isn't it? Yeah,
it sounds reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just more a reasonable system. The idea of going, this isn't working for me anymore, rather than going, you know what, we're going to have this, and because we've got control of this is just what we do now. Same here, like it's the same here. We've got a two-party system, and they're basically the same. So, yeah, brilliant,
brother. I understand. I was talking about this with my son earlier because he's. We were talking. He's at that age. He's been at that age where we talk about politics and social issues now. And he's been trained to hate the Trump
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
running in office. And so I was trying to explain to him, I said, listen, the two-party system is garbage. All right. The Democratic Republican Party split, but never actually went two separate directions. And those are the two parties that we have. It's the same party. It's the same soft money, the same special interest paying different people. They just take turns in power, and nothing ever
Yeah,
changes.
pretty much.
Yeah,
What gets
that's
me
what I
is
see
that
with it.
why
Yeah.
what gets me is why can't, I mean, I'm a libertarian, so I'm talking about myself, but I mean, why can't the libertarians get a decent candidate to try and make a strong third party run? I mean, it would take a lot
Same
for
reason that we can't get out of the Tory and Labour dichotomy in England. It's set up to make sure that it can't happen. So until there's some sort of revolution. Now, when I say that, I don't mean like full scale revolt. I mean just maybe everybody goes, you know what, I'm just going to vote that way, or I'm just not going to vote. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, until there's some sort of system changing event that isn't violent and isn't stupid, you just put up with it. You're going to get one or the other, and quite frankly, I don't see that changing in my lifetime, and that's me being positive.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. We had first off, you're right. The system is designed so that any third party, any new party will not get traction and will not get attention. There's too much money. There's too many backroom deals between the two parties, whichever country you're speaking about. I think it's pretty much the same thing. The people in power, the lines that exist, want to stay in power. The only way that a third party candidate got into power recently was by literally switching parties and shaking it up. I always look at Trump as like this nexus that happened in our timeline, because he really was a third party candidate. He's not. Republicans didn't back him up. They didn't have his back. He was supported the Democrats his entire life. And what happened when you had somebody who was outside of the political dichotomy? They attacked him. He had to fight the White House. He had to fight the CBI, the FBI. He had to fight the House of Congress, all the politicians around him. And they eventually, we all know how everything folded out. Fake fires, stolen election. And they got rid of him. This is the powers that be will not allow for anything third party, any new party, any new kind of perspective to rise, because it upsets their system, their ingrained system of control. And you're right, Barbara. The only way to get rid of it is if everybody at the same time just revolts peacefully, as peacefully as we could. Revolt. It's the only way.
It just goes, nah, not doing it. Because actually, thinking about it, even if there was a third party, like over here, there's a possibility, and over there, you probably got something like Tina mentioned, the Libertarian Party or whatever. Now, that's not me being rude to you. It's just what will happen? They'll get in, if they get in, right, and then instantly they're exactly the same as all the others, because there's a system in place. So actually, the only way of dealing with it is just by going, nah, I don't like politics. Because I actually genuinely don't as a person. I find it really abhorrent and really boring, because it's not real. The real lawmakers that go on are the people, what are they called? The people that come along and go like, oh, you vote for this. I can't think what the lobbyists. They're the real people.
Yeah.
They're the real movers and shakers. So until they're dealt with, nothing's going to change. Oh my god, it's almost like I've caught something.
No,
it's the the politicians are coming after you. You're talking too much truth. They're hitting you with COVID pens.
Woohoo! I think I've got the monkey flu.
Oh no!
I used to like that clip. That was really funny. That guy was amazing. Oh. Anyway, I've got to go to bed because I'm really tired and I need to cut hair.
All right.
Yes, totally understand. So let us know what you'll be doing besides cutting hair over the next week. Anything
Selling
exciting?
merchandise.
Selling merchandise. You can actually genuinely buy 40 and Barber and Mad Barber Entertainment merchandise. You know, thinking about it, that's probably I should probably try and sell some of that shit at some point.
Barber's also going to be starting a fundraiser to drill holes in some foreign country for accolades. So look out for that, guys.
I'm actually going to start a fundraiser. That's legit. Just like, I don't know what for yet. Oh, that's terrible. Anyway, hope everyone has fun. Catch me on X or whatever, you know. And yeah,
X, is that a porn
enjoy
site?
yourselves.
X? What?
I don't know. I have a look at there every now and then, to be honest. It's quite nice.
I'm not looking at your browser history.
Yours is vile, though. I can't wait to show everybody that. Actually, that's what I'm going to be doing. Over the next week, I'm going to be showing Stephen Walton's disgusting browser history. So, yeah, check that out on X. Yeah.
It's going to be so boring. It's going to be about gardening. Like, that's all you're going to see. Like, damn, what the hell, Steve? I don't understand this.
Very different type of gardening. It's not good. Anyway, ciao, ciao.
Later, brother.
Good night. Thanks for joining us. All right, and Sporking has some breaking news, it appears.
Oh.
The actor strike is over. It looks like there is a 3-year deal, and one-man show is, so it's possible the vote might not have been gone through, or maybe the vote came out with the going for the 3-year deal. It just hasn't been officially approved yet. So that is the scoop.
And Scott would know about these things because he's a union man. Tina, we have to get some, like, from the movie Hoffa. We have to get like a couple clips for Union Man. So yeah, Scott's a union man. He's very happy about this. Thank you, Scotty. They stood the line. They refused to do their jobs. Now they're going to go do it badly. Thank you.
Well, I have to say that I feel good for all the, you know, the non-famous actors that aren't making millions every time they do a production, and that they're finally have the possibility to bring some money in, because there were quite a few people that they were interviewing that you know, were losing their homes and
Tina,
not being able to. Yes, sir.
I think the Wednesday crew. Oh, you called me sir. That kind of made it okay. Maybe we should form like a Mad Dump union. Do you think? Like,
Ooh.
I think that might be a thing.
Scott is Scott management that we're forming the union?
Scott would be management, yes, and we would be our own union. Yeah, the Mad Union. That's what we're going to call ourselves.
Very cool. I like that. I like that. Who gets to collect the union dues? We need somebody to be an enforcer. Would that be like Mr. Grant Gregory? Speaking of
Greg, absolutely, yes, Hi, Mr. Grant. He's the most successful. he gets the money.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Alrighty. Well, did you want to hop over to Rumble and maybe we can watch a couple trailers and stuff? And
yeah,
good night, Scott. You're really going to bed now. We will we will see you on Saturday. Yeah,
Scotty, we're gonna hold down the ship, and now that we know that you're not watching, we're gonna burn it down over on Rumble. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate you, buddy. Good night.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to attempt to play a little stinger and sign us off of YouTube. So before I do that, I guess it would help if I shared the Rumble link.
And we greatly appreciate all you guys that are watching on YouTube. Please come check out Rumble. We are going to be able to just speak our minds there. It's not as it's not like dealing with, you know, what we love YouTube. Thank you so much, YouTube. But we're going to be able to talk freely over there. And please come join, follow his channel, support. Thank you to all the channel members that are here, all the wonderful people that come through the chat, the mods. Hail to you, Soul Assassin, and everybody else. And we have fun every week. We do this for you guys and for Scotty, because he's one of the hardest working family men, union men. He's a union man on YouTube. And we are very proud to be here, be with you guys. Please come join us over on Rumble. We're going to shit all over several progressives. So just come on over and join. It's going to be fun. Thanks.
Alrighty. Goodbye, YouTube.
And it is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole.